All right, hello, good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic because in today's video, we're talking about TSLY and we're talking about Tesla. The reason being is because I actually purchased some more shares of TSLY. Full disclosure right here, you can see right here, 40 shares of TSLY. I'm going to break it down to you guys why in this video I bought 40 shares of TSLY. And as you guys can tell, I'm pretty excited. But in a previous video, I mentioned why all Yieldmax ETFs will go to zero. I'm going to address why I said this because I do think all Yieldmax ETFs will eventually go to zero. They will pay out their dividends until either they do some kind of stock split or something like that. But I'm going to go over exactly why I bought TSLY, even though I made a video like this, how much exactly I bought. And I'm going to tell you my average share price and everything. And I also want to tell you guys about the Tesla recall because this is actually kind of interesting, not gonna lie. So if that does sound good, please do remember to subscribe. We are up to 4,080 subscribers, so I want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed, who watched last video. Fantastic markers on all that video, so I want to say thank you guys for enjoying and watching and enjoying once again. So let's get into this video. So we're talking about TSLY, 56% dividend. Notice it's down. That's due to the fact that all Yieldmax ETFs, most of the Yieldmax ETFs, not all, I shouldn't say all, had a pretty good dividend reduction. Now Tesla and TSLY is going to be paying a dividend of about 40 cents, 41 cents. If you didn't hear the news, I made a video on it just the other day. So they have significantly reduced their dividends. They were all paying about 55 to 60% and then dropped all the way down to 40% here. That is actually the lowest dividend that TSLY has ever paid. Now, why did I end up buying 40 shares? So I bought 40 shares. I actually bought it at an average purchase price of $8.66. And it was such a good buy for me. The reason being is because the other day when I mentioned to you guys that Tesla had a recall, what did they do? Tesla had a recall on about 2 million of their cars. And I told you guys that I would do my due diligence and I'd look into it. This, guys, what the heck is this? Tesla recalled 2 million cars because, where is it? My bad, wrong side. Their font sizes were too small. They were smaller than the federal safety standards. So basically, the font sizes for the warning lights in Tesla cars were too small, and so they had to recall 2 million cars to fix those fonts. Now, obviously, that's a decent hit to Tesla because obviously they have to fix all those problems. But the thing is, it's something as small as the font size on a warning light could cause something like Tesla obviously to drop so much in a single day where it dropped about 10% or so. Now keep in mind, of course, there is other problems as well. Like for example, there's price cuts due to competition entering Tesla's space, competition like Lucid and other Chinese competitors where they're cutting their prices, which is forcing Tesla to cut their prices as well. So that is also a reason for the price drop in Tesla, not just that little blip that we had there with the Tesla recall, but I do think Tesla long-term is totally going to be okay. And actually, in the very short term here, you can see that in the past 5 days, it's gone from about $175 and rebounded all the way up to about $190 here. Is there any important levels here? Maybe $190. We might see a bit of resistance here going forward for the next few days till we hit about $193, $195, about $200. If we could push through $200, we should be able to get to like $210 and above. But the reason why I bought was on the news of the recall. I found that was a little bit overblown, and TSLY actually dropped to about, you can see here, $8.54. I picked it up a little bit higher right here at about $8.66, as I mentioned right here, $8.66. And I got in at a beautiful time. With that $8.60 buy-in, I actually received that entire dividend and am now up on that position. So I received, well, because the 40 cents was taken out of the share price. So 40 cents taken out of the share price. So I'm actually up about $0.50 on that position, the 40 shares that I just bought. So it was actually a really good buy for me, and that's why I decided to do it. Is TSLY an amazing buy for the future? I'm obviously not going to state yes or no. Is it a good buy for me at the current moment? Yes. The reason being is because I also averaged down on my position. Before, I had 100 shares. Now I have 140. Look at this. My average position was at $14.51. Now it is at $12.84. Significantly down. It's a marker that TSLY could potentially rebound back to if Tesla is able to rebound back to previous price is about $2.60 or so. I think TSLY could probably get to about $12 or so, which means I'll be collecting TSLY dividends, and I could potentially sell some shares when TSLY recovers, if it does recover, and then break even and have a little bit of profit on that. So that would be nice. That is kind of the main reason I bought TSLY. It was at such a low, and I actually had a decent amount of dividends saved up. You can see here that my dividends from TSLY, Coney, and Square, all my dividends from the previous month really went in, and Clip as well, went into this buy of TSLY here. So just because I have a bunch of dividends adding up doesn't mean I necessarily want to put them and buy a stock like TSLY, just because I mentioned to you guys that I wanted to buy more long-term low yield stocks, but coupled with a little bit of my own money, I was able to do that, purchase these 40 shares just because I felt it was the best current opportunity at the time. And I'm still with the same broker, still paying that $6 commission fee. So this was the best move for myself, which is why I took it. And you know what? In the very short term, currently, it paid off because I pretty much got 40 shares and a dividend for free because I'm now up on those. I'm up on my position of $8.66. But where will Tesla go in the next little while? You can see here the long-term trend, the 6-month chart, if you're calling 6 months long-term. You can see here that it's mainly been down, but I wanted to always buy, and I made sure to buy TSLY when Tesla is down, and I do think it is currently down now. I think it has a lot of room to recover. It may still continue in a downtrend beyond this. Obviously, it may hit markers like $120. I'm not sure, but I felt it was a good opportunity, so I bought some TSLY in hopes if Tesla goes up, TSLY will go up. And then what I could do is I could potentially hold these shares, or I can sell these 40 shares, make a little bit of money, and make a dividend off that. So this was just a short video on TSLY, why I bought. I hope I was extremely clear on why I bought, because I know previously I mentioned that I wasn't going to buy any TSLY anymore, the Yieldmax funds, but I did end up doing it, and I wanted to make that clear to you guys why I did. TSLY was a good buy, bought it at a time Tesla was low, a little bit of an overreaction from the market on the recall, and I had a bunch of dividends saved up to put towards this investment. So that is exactly why I bought TSLY. If everything was clear and you guys enjoyed, please do remember to subscribe. We're up to 4,080 subscribers. So I want to say thank you guys for being a part of the channel. Couldn't do it without you guys, obviously, because I'm talking to you. All right. I hope you guys take it easy. I hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys in the next video.